welcome back to the Asylum. I'm Kane.
And I'm Jashawn.
And we are the Arkham Inmates. Now, for today, we have another Diamonds in the Rough video for you today. Last time, we looked at Green Lantern, and now we are going to be looking at Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of... I don't even think it's called 2. Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, which...
Very good soundtrack. There's one... Well, when I say
I don't
very
even
good,
remember the soundtrack. I just know
one
it's
particular
shit.
song they made for this movie. It's
Which song?
Dun, 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 and then it goes. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, his theme.
Yeah.
The Ghost Rider. Okay, yeah. I just rewatched this before we were doing this video because I needed to really like rewatch it to see how bad it was. This is fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Not a good movie.
I'm not even lying. I must have had some rose-colored glasses when I watched this as a kid. Because I feel like the scenes we picked out are the only good scenes.
Yeah.
Literally, I'd rather watch Green Lantern. I'm not even lying.
You know,
I'm not even lying. The CGI in this is fucking bad. Like, oh my god, bad. Like, and some little rundown on this. So if, just a little story time if you guys didn't know. But, the reason this movie sucked is because it was tanked at the beginning. So when Nicolas Cage finished the first movie, which is Ghost Rider, which even though it's not the best, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
I think it slaps, yeah. It's up there with Blade, you know, like the original Marvel movies. But when they made the second one, they didn't get any rights to Ghost Rider at all, other than the title and the character and Nicolas Cage. Like, they couldn't do anything from the first one. So no Roxanne, no Mephisto, no any of that shit, right? So they changed directors 4 different times and they landed on the Crank directors. Do you know them? Okay, you know the movie Crank? Okay, that's why that movie's that fucking like crazy over the top. So the 2 brothers that made Crank, they made Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, and that's why it's like I mean, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like, all the shots are like, ooh, crazy sporadic, and Ghost Rider's very like, ooh, like overly creepy and like weird. The only thing I'll give this movie though, over the first one, I really like the look of him. I kind of like the darker, blacker skull,
and then the
jacket's charred up and all that. But it doesn't have any of the like the chains around him or the fucking gloves, like, because they couldn't use any of that. They had to remake basically everything. They couldn't use the original bike, which, oh my god, that bike was amazing. But they couldn't even do when they was doing the penance stare, he couldn't say anything. That was the cringiest shit. He was just like for minutes, and I'm like, where's look into my or nothing. And he's like, also they fucked up on the Ghost Rider voice. Instead of making a monstrous, it's just Nicolas Cage whispering. So he was like when he kills the fucking Blackout or whatever his name is, the decaying dude, he's like, and I'm like, I literally rolled my eyes. But you know, hey, if you love the movie, good for you. Everyone can enjoy shitty movies. I enjoy a lot of shitty movies that we do the Diamonds in the Rough for. But this one just is not it. There's a lot of cool scenes in it, though, but we're going to look right into them and find those diamonds. We're going to pick 2 from me, 2 from Jashawn, and we are going to look at the Diamonds in the Rough for Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance.
You're a bad man. Gripping at the door. Scraping at the door. I'm gonna let him out.
All right, so we're going to get into my first Diamond in the Rough out of my 2. And the first one that I'm going to go with is, basically, it's the moment, it's only a couple of seconds, but it's right before he does the giant, like, excavator, like, thing, but this guy freaks out, and he sticks an Uzi into his mouth, and then he eats all of the bullets, and then he throws up the hot, like, metal back up on the dude, and it's just a really dope scene, and the way that the Crank brothers shoot action, their action's pretty good. They shoot action very, like, crazy camera and all this stuff, but the actual look of it was pretty sick, so. Yeah, like, that's just weird. Like, I get it kind of stops a demon. It's a cool thing. There's so many things in this movie that's cool, but why? But this right here.
Yeah, I'd be fucking.
Yeah, I'd
be out of there.
I like the look of it. He looks mean.
Yeah.
And Ghost Rider's supposed to look mean. That's kind of cool, you know, him coming up. Meet Joseph, yeah. It's a little short scene, like I said before. There's not a lot of scenes in here that are like...
Just that one was pretty cool.
Was great, yeah. So, I like kind of the weird spinning thing. It's just... Well, it's...
I get it, it's demonic and...
I give points to creative. Like, they're trying to go all the way left, you know? Like, Ghost Rider's right, they want to go all the way left doing their own thing. I like it.
I think
but
I would have...
just went... It's like too weird without context, you know what I mean?
I think I would have went more. You know how he was like speeding, like looking
Yeah,
glitchy?
yeah,
I would have done more shit like that rather than...
Yeah, that just, the levitating, it's just weird things that just... It's one of those things where like, dude, wouldn't that look cool? It's like, yeah, but why?
Yeah.
That's it. But him, like, looking backwards, like upside down, the dude freaking out, and then like just putting the whole Uzi in his mouth and then throwing it back up. That was dope. Like, more of that in this movie would have been really cool with better storytelling. But, like, I thought that, like, when I saw that in theaters, I was like, dude, that's, like, fucking gnarly. Like, throwing up the hot magma of the bullets that are melted. Fucking sick. But that's my first diamond in the rough. Let's get on to my second. All right, so now we're back with my second diamond in the rough for Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. And for this one's at the very end of the movie. This is when he's chasing the devil with the kid, trying to get the kid back.
Yep.
And he calls his bike forward. Is when he gets his powers back. He's driving up the highway, and I'll give the directors two big things about this movie. This movie's trash, but them shooting Ghost Rider in the daytime is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Ghost Rider's usually at night. That's how they kind of shot most of the
first one.
The first one, they kind of played on the he doesn't like being in the sunlight. And they kind of did that here, but then they kind of just said fuck it and let him be in the sunlight all the time.
Yeah.
So, but I think it looks cool. I think it's like seeing the
smoky
visual effects all smoky. I think what they went with a realistic flame, but I will say on the end, like the bad end of it, the smoke kind of covers everything.
Yeah,
like it's
I agree.
It kind of diminishes away from the detail of what it could be. But this scene's really dope because he like hops off of his bike, gets on the fucking truck, and it turns into this big, like everything he touches, they do a good job of that. And he's chasing it down, and he takes out all these mercenaries while he's fighting Blackout. So really good fucking scene. So let's get right into that. The CGI is but you know. Yeah, I'd get out too.
The fucking scream.
Right, the Wilhelm scream. I love that, and then it just immediately turns. Pretty good. Like, I think that's cool. Him, like, laughing and cackling. I do like that for Ghost Rider. Just... Would glass decay like that?
I don't know. But I can tell you right now, I'd slam on my fucking brakes.
Yeah, right? Get him
and
off.
then I'd fucking go around him.
Yeah, and then he grabs the chain, whips him back.
It's a perfect time for him to look into the eyes.
Yeah, right?
Decaying, but... It looks so bad, the CGI, like, I would not have done this.
Yeah. The lines are corny as shit. But I do love this, where he comes out screaming. Yeah. I think they did the flames good. Yeah. Then, oh. Yeah, that, I really like kind of just the action-y of it, like, kind of, I like off-road, like, road, you know, like, fast-paced stuff, so they're all driving, he jumps from car to car, he turns the big truck into something cool, and then he kills, you know.
Roadkill.
Yeah, it's kind of just that, like, B-movie, like, remember in Craven, where she was like, 3 motherfucker? It's like, it's like shit like that, like something Sam Jackson would say, you know? It's one of those, but... Like, did you hear the voice, though? He's like, roadkill. Yeah, it's like, I know, it's like, you just paid Nick Cage to just go, roadkill. Like, but, hey, like I said, you know, with Green Lantern, we knew the CGI was horrible. We're not gonna take points off for that because we're just looking at it from the scene. I think it's a fun little scene to wrap up the end of the movie, you know. But those are my 2 diamonds in the rough. Let's move on to Deshaun's diamonds. All right, so now we're back, and we are going to be looking at Deshaun's 2 diamonds in the rough for Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
My first diamond is the kid at the end. Where he,
at the end of the movie?
At the end of the movie, because we're already there. So, and he's fucking just, he gives him his powers back. He looks at his dad, and he's like, we got the same powers.
Yeah,
or something
like father,
that.
like son, yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah, you do, yeah, son, sure.
Fucking just.
Also, the devil being that dumb, being like, what's he about to do?
And I think this is the theme that plays when I was telling you about the.
Oh, the
So I'm excited to watch this.
Yeah, and him just throwing it up. Like, I could just imagine the behind the scenes of that, but it's definitely one of those moments where you're like, fuck, why didn't they do that the whole movie?
Oh, you want to watch? The apple doesn't rot far from the tree. Johnny,
Weird. They got a weird guy to play the devil.
this is not who you are.
I wonder what he's doing now.
My powers and yours are the same. That's what she said. Right? Dad? Like father, like son.
It's a little stale, but it's okay. This run and jump's fucking dope.
The flashback, I like the flashbacks.
Yeah.
And
Even though it's completely wrong, the flashbacks are nice.
Like he made it happen again.
Yeah. Redid the deal.
Do it.
No. This is the theme I'm telling you about. I love how he's like, oh.
I love how he also like goes in for.
And then he goes more.
Yeah. Yeah, like more and more. I also like how it drained the kid too. Like he didn't just like walk back. Nicolas Cage always hams it up. This is great too. This is such a good show of power. Let's give him a hug.
Someone get some holy water.
God, all of them with one chain flip. I mean, the CGI is definitely, if it was probably like today's standards, that'd be an insane
that's
scene.
saying something. Today's standards CGI.
Today's very 50-50, yeah. Okay, I'm saying like
I know what you mean.
Endgame MCU type standards, like Avatar type standards.
It would be really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed that scene because just the fucking, and then when he went back for more, like,
yeah, and he did
just,
it like twice.
Yeah,
he was like, it's more and more the demon instead of just a quick
But
thing.
I really would like to see behind the scenes of him just screaming.
Yeah, the kid, like the kid just, or it's silent. That'd be even worse. He's just, and him and Nick Cage like, just dead silent. But all right,
that was my first diamond in the rough.
Let's get on to Deshaun's second diamond.
All right, we're back for my second diamond in the rough, which is when he's fighting those military guys. Or not military guys,
That's just the Satan worshippers. Like, they work for
this
Kerrigan
fucking henchman or
is.
whatever.
Yeah, the henchman.
So, and then he gets on the excavator?
I'm just gonna call it an excavator. It's a huge thing.
Fucking cat
I don't
machine.
even know what it is.
Yeah, it's a fucking big ass
like
construction
saw thing. Yeah.
But you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. But
and
when he takes that over,
turns
fucking
into a
uses
hell
that
thing. Oh my god! And he's laughing too, and he shuts it down. Like, dude, I feel like most of the budget went to just that. That was a crazy, and he just destroys everything. Yeah, perfect. Let's get right into that.
So what I hate is when he's not on fire. I hate that. It's like it's dark out. He should be on fire.
Yeah. He should always be on fire.
But I get they were also trying to go for like an old kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's older and worn down. Here we go. Oh.
Just God,
This
dude.
was such a good fucking idea, dude.
Right? Look at all the. Oh man. That would be dude, I'd shit a brick. God. All the budget went to this. I know, I see what you mean now with the music. Ugh. The fucking laugh. God, you don't even need to aim.
I love how he's doing this, and it's like, what if you hit the kid and the mom?
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
What the fuck's you gonna do with that?
Dude. Love it. Love it. That was dope. And then he kills Kerrigan.
I don't get paid enough for this. I'm not fucking...
Yeah, right? Any henchman that's still trying to fight this guy is dumb as hell.
Yeah, when he took control of that thing and started fucking turning
The
up.
the fucking when he's head down and then like he's putting all of his hell power.
I like
it.
like when he's like this and he
Yeah,
does what?
the crank, and then when he pushes down and laughs
Yeah.
right into the camera. I just wish they gave him a voice. Like in the
Yeah,
first
me
one,
too.
they gave him the not guilty or like like
Yeah.
they gave him that voice. Which I
That
don't know if
first
they
one
used.
was so funny. That fucking fat girl, she was like,
Oh yeah, she's. I think that was. Isn't that? Well, her name's
it was
Fat
her.
Amy, right?
I know what you're talking
I don't
about.
mean.
Not Fat Amy. It was
It's not Fat Amy.
No, it's who's the girl? Amy something. She lost all the weight. Was that Fat Amy?
Fat Amy.
I thought
the
the
girl
one-
from Pitch Perfect.
Who's the one comedian, the female comedian everyone hates? Isn't that
Amy
also?
Schumer?
I'm thinking of.
No,
I thought
I
you
Amy
were talking
Schumer.
about her.
No, I'm talking about Fat Amy.
Okay.
No offense to her. That's just how she was called for years. But in the first one, I think the voice, it was just like, I don't know if they did Nicolas Cage's voice or if they just made a monster voice,
Mhm.
but the whispering in this does not work.
Work.
But I think all of their budget, because that actually looked good.
Mhm.
Like the CGI wasn't awful. Like when he was turning the whole thing into flames and it was just this saw moving.
I
and
think they
coming to
needed more
flames.
of what you were doing in your story that you made, the Venom type of voice, but not
Right.
like
Yeah.
super there, but relevant. You know what I mean?
Something that's, it's separation.
More than the first
So
movie,
you-
but
yeah.
not too much like Venom.
Yeah. Something that you know it's two different people. It's
Like,
not
yeah,
just
I like
Nicolas
what you were
Cage.
saying when you're like, Johnny.
Yeah.
Let me
Johnny,
take
let
over.
me out, Johnny.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like Steven, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Mark, like, come on, let me in.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be a battle of kind of demons, him fighting with the demons, same with like the Venom movies of
Yeah.
him like, do I live with this? Do I not live with this? And this movie kind of fucks all that up. But that scene though,
That was a good scene.
it looks great. I mean, when I was rewatching it, I was like, I can't wait for that scene. Like that scene is just fucking harsh. Like if Ghost Rider gets a hold of anything, it's a problem. But that, like whoever in the writing room was like, hey, maybe we should have him like ride a lawnmower, and they're like, nah, maybe we should have him ride like another horse or something. They're
a
like,
big
someone's like-
ass chainsaw.
yeah, they're like, hey, what about a fucking like excavator? Like something huge. It reminds me of like Transformers.
Yeah.
Like when they's on the pyramid, that huge monster, like shit like that.
Mhm.
That was really good. But that's another Diamonds in the Rough. But that's gonna be it for us for this video. You've seen all 4 of the Diamonds in the Rough that we think you got mine with the ending with them doing the whole road race chase scene, and then you got mine with the eating the bullets and the Uzi. You got Jashawn's with the kid spitting the demon back into Nicolas Cage, and then the giant excavator. Some really good scenes that all add up. I think the very end of the movie.
Yeah,
I think it's all towards the end. This movie is definitely on the very lower level. I think all the other Diamonds in the Rough we've watched, we would rather watch than this one. Yeah. But hey, when the MCU does their Ghost Rider,
Hopefully it's good.
hopefully they don't fuck it up. I want some dark shit.
I want a rated R Ghost Rider.
I would want some. Yeah, I want some dark shit.
Yeah.
I hear that Ryan Gosling is the new Johnny Blaze. I actually love that. I think
like
he
that.
looks a great Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze is supposed to be a pretty boy that's haunted by the spirit of vengeance. So I think they'd kill it. But for this movie, they just focus too much on, hey, you know what would be cool? And then someone's like, well, why would that even make sense? And they're like, oh no, it looks cool. Like, get out, you don't need a script. It just looks cool. But other than that, let us know what you think down below. If you like this movie, let us know down below. If you like it more than the first one, let us know. That's crazy. But make sure you subscribe down below, like, comment, share, do all that stuff you already know how to do, and enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you for joining us as one of the inmates at the asylum. Peace.